be quick as possible because I just want to speak on one topic, and that is on the topic of LeBron James, not the GOAT, not the GOAT. And why those of us who feel that way, we're not haters, at least not all of us. I'm not a hater. Some people might be haters. Let me go ahead and take that back. Some people actually do hate LeBron. They don't like anything about him. I'm not in that camp. I just don't agree that LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't. I don't, I don't think he's clutch. I know there's a lot of talk about that last night after he hit a clutch three. I'll give him that. I'm glad he made the shot. But he made several plays prior to that shot in those last 5 minutes of that game that allowed the Rockets to get in front of the Lakers by 6 at one point during that last minute, which is also crazy. But a very big play happened from Marcus Smart, who got fouled shooting a three-pointer. Marcus then went to the line and knocked down all 3 free throws. That was pretty clutch. Brian did knock the ball away from the Rockets point guard, leading to that turnover. I feel like he was knocking the ball over to Kennard. Maybe it was because the guard was coming for it and he was trying to keep the ball away from Houston, so he was knocking it over to his teammate. I also thought he could have been given to Luke real quick to take a shot, but Luke, was waiting on Ron to get set back up, and he did spot up for that three. So I'll give him that. He did do a decent job closing that game out, but none of that means he's clutch, and it doesn't make him the GOAT to me. Because again, we're talking about the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets are not the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is not one of the teams that we need to be able to beat to win a championship. I mean, it's the team that's in front of us in this first round, but this is, on record, the youngest team in NBA history in terms of playoffs. The average roster age with KD sitting out. If KD was playing, if Van Vliet was playing, the average age would go up. Again, I don't believe Bron is the GOAT. I don't believe that if it was a Kobe Bryant, who to me was the GOAT, if Kobe was playing with a Marcus Smart, with a Rui Hachimura, with a Luke Kennard on the same team, we're dusting the Rockets first and foremost. Every player on this roster that the Lakers have, these are much better athletes, much better basketball players, higher IQ basketball players than any roster Kobe Bryant has played with when he was here, when he was, alive, of course, when he was a Laker, of course. None of his rosters measure up. Even when he played with Shaq, the players they had around them were nowhere near the caliber of players that LeBron has had on his teams throughout the vast majority of his career. So again, I get how a lot of people feel. You feel he's the greatest because he's 41, still doing amazing things on the court. I'll give him that. He's a great basketball player. Is he the greatest of all time though? I don't know about that. That's a little it's a little extreme. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. I think that's going a little far. But again, shout out to my Lakers. We are going into Game 4. We look good in terms of getting past this first challenge. I don't know if we're going to get past OKC playing the way we are. But again, going back to that, if Kobe had a Luka Doncic on his rosters, any of his rosters while he was playing, anyone of that caliber, if he had an Austin Reeves on any of the teams that he played with, Kobe had a lot of players who looked like they might pan out and they phased out, they fizzled out. Devin George looked like he was going to be great. He never turned into an all-star level caliber player. The Machine had about a good 2 weeks where he looked like he was going to turn into a dominant player. Lynn Sandy came out here and he decent for about a week. Nobody Kobe ever played with. Smush Parker, Samaki Walker, Slava Medvedenko, DJ Mabanga, Brian Cook. I mean, come on. Can we be honest about the kind of rosters that Kobe Bean had to play with, and look at all he accomplished with those types of players, right? You know, again, I'm not a hater. I'm not against Bron as a person. Though some people don't like him as a person. They don't like some of the comments he's made over the years when it comes to non-basketball. I'm not here to talk about that. I mean, again, I don't have a problem with a lot of that stuff personally. I don't care about that. In terms of how other people might feel very strongly about some of those. That has nothing to do with what I'm here to talk about. I'm just talking about on the court, playing the game of basketball. He's not the greatest of all time. Okay, for me, it's Kobe Bean Bryant. Mike, I was a big fan of Michael Jordan while he played. I feel like Kobe met the level and surpassed it. Maybe not in the accomplishments level, but I sure think skill wise, I think Kobe got right to where Mike was at and edged him just a little bit. But Bron is not in the top two conversation. Real quick, thank you to everybody that jumped on and watched me go in live. I just wanted to share a few thoughts. Didn't actually plan on having anyone in the chat. But shout outs to all of you. I appreciate y'all for being on. I'm trying to get on here a little more often, chop it up with all the followers and folks who are still here for Top Networkers Group. Right now, we're not doing no business right now. Still encouraging you to invest and be educated before you make a decision on anything. Don't just let somebody tell you, what I'm saying, that this is the way to go or that's the way to go. Always look into things for yourself. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Top Networkers Group still in the building. All right, everybody. We out.